Well, Denise joins us now alongside Laura Watson from the English Collective of Prostitutes. Welcome to both of you. Thank you for being here today. Denise, before you went up to Leeds and before you experienced what happened last night, you were for legalising prostitution but against red light areas. Do you still feel the same way?
I am still against red light areas with one slight... I did modify my opinion a tiny bit because I did see that the women are safer. There was rapport between the police and the sex workers. I felt the police were protective of them. The women obviously trusted the police, and that was good to see. But what I saw in that area, the blight that will be put on that area, people who own property, people who own businesses, when we were first there, it was about 7 o'clock in the evening, there were lots of women going home to their houses, you know, carrying bags of shopping and so forth. I don't think a woman should have to walk home through a red light area. I want to see prostitution legalised like any other business, not girded into one tiny area. Because what's happened, in essence, is that a town council and a police force have said, we've got a problem here, we're going to locate it in one area, and guess what? It's your area. I don't think you can do that to people.
One business owner said, I used to stay open until 8 p.m. I'm too frightened to do that now. I couldn't forgive myself if something happened to one of the girls who work for me. I have to warn them never to stand outside while waiting for a lift. And that, with these wardened areas, controlled areas, is going to be the downside.
Well, our main concern, as Denise said, is sex worker safety, and the main thing is that the zone is a break on the way that the police are behaving in the rest of the country, which is largely crackdowns on women working on the street, mass raids of sex workers indoors, and we feel like a break on that, all that does is force the sex workers into more danger, and a break on that is a good thing. It doesn't go as far as we would like it to, because we feel like sex workers should be able to work together and report to the police without fear of arrest anywhere, not just in a managed zone, but it's definitely a start, and safety should be the main
What it doesn't do, Denise, is an area like this, is it doesn't help the girls with their health, their sexual health, looking after that side.
It doesn't stop trafficking, which is a great worry to me. And in a way, I almost see it as a step back for what you want, because it's the equivalent of putting a sticking plaster on a gaping wound. Now they've done this, they won't do anything else. And what we really want is to see them do the thing properly. Prostitution is here to stay. Let's legalise it, let's make it subject to the strictures that other businesses are subject to, and have the privileges that other businesses are subject to. And that's what I want.
That's what your organisation would like to see?
Yes, definitely. As Denise says, we certainly do not want this managed zone to be used as an alternative to decriminalisation, which is just the removal of the laws that target sex workers and others involved in prostitution. That's all we're asking for, and it means that it's more safer to work. But also, that's what we're campaigning for, and we don't want it to be an alternative. But we also want the economic reasons why women are going into prostitution in the first place to be dealt with, and of course the managed zone doesn't deal with that. But we do want that addressed. If you want an end to prostitution, you have to deal with women's poverty.
Well, just to pick up on Denise's point there, that she said this is the step you're going to have. This is the move that you can expect. So would your organisation now imagine that this is as far as it's going to go? You'll have these managed areas, and that's what we've decided to do.
We definitely do not want that. We do not want the managed zone to be used as an alternative. We're glad that it's a break on the police crackdowns and the police raids, and that's definitely a good thing, and it does make it safer, and it means that women can come forward and report rape and violence, but it's not an alternative. Women are entitled to protection anywhere. You know, it's not that you just step, you know, the managed zone is literally it's like a line, and if you step over that line, what happens to you? We feel like women in our group get targeted by the police walking home from work, waiting at a bus stop, taking their children to school.
I'm worried about the people who live within that zone, who will have seen the value of their property drop, It's a blight on that area now.
Okay, thank you.
Laura says, how many of you would say it's a good thing if it was your daughter on those streets or your husband meeting these women? They should do more to get these poor women off the street. Wendy says, I don't think it's a great idea at all. How will it make anyone safer? The men will still be driving off with the women alone, having had no background checks. Thank you very much indeed for your comments. Thank you both of you.